You know that one person who always seems fine, calm, put together, maybe even the happiest one in the room. Here's what most people miss. The ones falling apart inside are usually the best at hiding it. They don't scream. They don't break down in front of you. They leak it in tiny, quiet ways you'd never think twice about. So here are 7 quiet behaviors that reveal someone is emotionally unstable inside, even when they look completely okay. Starting with one you've probably mistaken for a good personality trait. Behavior number 1, they use humor to hide everything. Think about the funniest person you know, the one who always has a joke ready. Now ask yourself, when was the last time they were actually serious? For a lot of people, humor isn't just personality, it's armor. The moment a conversation gets too real, too heavy, too close to something that hurts, they crack a joke. They make you laugh. They pull all the attention away from what's really going on underneath. Psychologists call this deflection. It's one of the most common ways people protect themselves from feeling something they're not ready to face. So the person who's always the funny one, sometimes they're making you laugh so you never ask the question they're afraid to answer. Behavior number 2, they apologize for things that aren't their fault. Watch how often they say sorry, not for the big things, for everything. Sorry for asking a question, sorry for taking up space, sorry for having feelings they're completely allowed to have. This isn't politeness. It's a reflex. When someone grows up in a place where they got blamed a lot, where their emotions were treated like a problem, they learn to apologize before anyone can get upset with them. It becomes automatic, a way to stay safe. So if someone keeps saying sorry for simply existing near you, somewhere along the line, they learned that just being themselves was something to say sorry for. Behavior number 3, they go quiet instead of telling you they're hurt. Here's one that hides in plain sight. When something bothers them, they don't tell you. They just go quiet. The replies get shorter, the energy drops, and when you ask what's wrong, you get one word: nothing. But it's never nothing. For someone who's unsteady inside, saying, "You hurt me," feels dangerous. Opening up feels like handing another person a weapon. So instead of risking the conversation, they shut down and disappear into themselves. It's not that they don't feel it. They feel it so much that silence feels safer than saying it out loud. Behavior number 4, they replay every conversation for hours. On the outside, they seem completely calm after they talk to you. Inside, their mind is running the whole thing back on a loop. Did I say something weird? Did that come out wrong? Do they secretly hate me now? One normal conversation, and they're lying awake at 2 a.m. analyzing a single sentence. This is called rumination, and it usually comes from a mind that's learned to expect rejection, so it scans every interaction for proof that it's coming. So the person who seems so relaxed while they're talking to you might spend hours afterward quietly convinced they ruined the whole thing. Behavior number 5, they can't be alone with their own thoughts. Pay attention to the person who is always busy, always working, always scrolling, always something playing in the background, never a single moment of silence. It looks like productivity. Sometimes it's avoidance. When your own mind feels heavy, when stillness means the thoughts you've been outrunning finally catch up to you, you fill every second with noise, not because you love being busy, because quiet feels unbearable. So if someone can't sit alone with themselves for even a few minutes without reaching for a distraction, it might not be that they're restless. It might be that the silence is just too loud. Behavior number 6, they give everything but can't accept anything. This one looks like pure kindness. They're the first to help, the first to give, the first to show up when you need them. But try to give something back. Offer to help them. Give them a compliment. Try to take care of them for once. And they freeze. They deflect. They change the subject. Because somewhere deep down, they don't believe they deserve it. Giving keeps them in control. That feels safe. But receiving means being vulnerable, being seen, admitting they have needs too. And that quietly terrifies them. So the most generous person you know might be the one who has no idea how to let anyone be generous with them. Behavior number 7, they become whoever they're around, and the quietest sign of all. They don't really have one steady personality. They have a version for everyone, loud with the loud friends, serious with the serious ones, agreeable with basically everyone, always adjusting, always adapting, always becoming whatever the room seems to need. It looks like being easygoing. Underneath, it's something heavier. When someone's inner world feels unsteady, they slowly lose track of who they actually are, so they borrow it from the people around them. If everyone likes the version they're playing, then at least they feel like someone. So the person who fits in everywhere sometimes has no idea who they are when the room is finally empty. So here's what I want you to remember. None of these make someone broken. They're not red flags. They're not warnings to walk away. They're signs that a person is carrying something heavy and doing it quietly where nobody can see. Maybe you recognized someone you love in this video. Maybe you recognized yourself. Either way, the lesson is the same. The people who seem the most okay are often the ones who could use the most patience, the most gentleness, the most grace. Because sometimes the strongest looking person in the room is just the best at hiding that they're exhausted. So tell me in the comments, which one of these hit a little too close? Be honest. I read every single one. And if this made you see someone a little differently, subscribe to Into the Psych, because understanding people is the first real step to being kinder to them. I'll see you in the next one.